The Premier League is back in action with another set of matches this week as Everton lock horns with Pep Guardiola's Manchester City side in an important encounter at the Etihad Stadium on Tuesday. Both teams have been inconsistent this season and have a point to prove in this fixture. Everton are in 5th-10th place in the Premier League standings and have not been at their best so far this season. The Toffees held Chelsea to an admirable 0-0 stalemate in their previous game and will need to take it up a notch this week. Man City, on the other hand, are in 7th place in the league table and have been shockingly poor over the past year. The home side slumped to a 2-1 defeat at the hands of Aston Villa last week and will need to work hard to bounce back in this fixture. Manchester City are in the midst of a difficult transition and will need to find solutions to address their form in the short term. Erling Haaland and Phil Foden have shown glimpses of their ability so far and will need to be at their best in this fixture. The match comes alive early with both teams aiming for the early possession. Manchester City had most of the early chances, but Everton repelled their attacks accordingly. Everton have managed to hold their own against Arsenal and Chelsea and will look to pull off a similar performance. Man City are the better team on paper, however, and hold a slight upper hand going into this game. Manchester City have a good historical record against Everton and have won 81 out of the 197 matches played between the two teams, as opposed to Everton's 68 victories. 14 minutes on the clock and Bernardo Silva ran into position with the ball on his feet, which led to him scoring the opener for Manchester City. Bernardo Silva has opened the scoring for the home team, giving Manchester City the early advantage and possible control of the match from here on. He ran into space and held on to it, slicing to play the ball towards the target. The ball bounced past the keeper and went into the back of the net for the first goal of this tightly contested match. Manchester City 1, Everton 0. After a run of 4 consecutive defeats at home in the Premier League against Everton between 2008 and 2010, Manchester City are unbeaten in their last 13 such games in the competition. Everton have won only one of their last 22 matches against Manchester City in the Premier League and have lost 12 of their last 13 such games. Everton have won only one of their last 22 matches against Manchester City in the Premier League and have lost 12 of their last 13 such games. Manchester City have lost 6 of their last 7 matches on Boxing Day in the Premier League, with their only such victory during this period coming by a 2-1 scoreline against Leicester City in December 2018. Six minutes past the half-hour mark and Everton pulled an equaliser out of thin air to stun the home side few minutes before the break. A cross into the box found its marked target. Ndiaye received the ball and he immediately shot it into the right upper corner of the goal post. Scoring the lever and giving Everton a lifeline, the visitors have had a fair share of defending to do against the might of the citizens. However, they have levelled up and countered Man City. Manchester City 1, Everton 1. Manchester City are in the midst of a difficult transition and will need to find solutions to address their form in the short term. Erling Haaland and Phil Foden have shown glimpses of their ability so far and will need to be at their best. Erling Haaland had a clear chance to put the home side ahead in the second half. A penalty was awarded to Man City, however, he squandered it.